Happy Monday out there, Team 42. It's your skipper here, Darius Daughter, present our macro minute for Monday, October 20th, 2025. Hope everyone had a great weekend. So, as always, we'll start with the executive summary from today's leadoff morning note. If you would like to review the analysis supporting these conclusions and to see if you need to make any changes in your portfolio to remain on the right side of market risk, or to get on the right side of market risk to the extent you have been following KISS or Dr. Mo, you need to be a client of 42 Macro. So, today's key macro question is it safe to buy the dip yet? Our answer: with about 85% of S&P 500 firms exceeding profit forecasts thus far in Q3 earnings season, stocks are rebounding sharply as the weekend break allowed for investors to take a step back and reassess the broadly bullish macro backdrop. This comes amid President Donald Trump saying the U.S. will be fine with China before both nations resume negotiations. President Donald Trump identified rare earths, fentanyl, and soybeans as the U.S.'s key disputes with China ahead of renewed talks, with Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent prepared to meet Vice Premier Leah Fang in Malaysia this week and an expiring trade truce early next month. Elsewhere, after delays from the U.S. government shutdown, the BLS will publish September CPI data on Friday, originally due October 15th, providing the Federal Reserve officials key inflation insight before next week's policy meeting. The fact that inflation is the only official benchmark data the Fed will receive before its meeting is concerning in the context of our sticky inflation theme and tariff pig in the python thesis. We still view the biggest risk to the 42 macro paradigm C bull market over the next 3 to 4 months as a petulant Powell Fed that pushes back too strongly on the structural regime change that is partially required to continue easing as inflation accelerates beyond 1.5, its arbitrary 2% target. This outcome would exacerbate the developing issues in the repo market that we discussed last week. For now, the issues in the repo market appear manageable, if not dissipating. Moreover, we still maintain structural regime change at the Fed as a high probability outcome, so investors should continue buying dips until we signal the Trump administration is back to pursuing bearish paradigm B, which itself is a low probability outcome. Transitioning to our 42 macro dashboard, as always, to wrap up the question from our community. This one's not really a question, but a fun comment I thought it was worth sharing. This one's titled Around the Horn. It says, Dear Darius, excellent ATH as always. I've been watching and reading the ATH every week since I joined on April 19th this year. Damn, I really wish I had been around since you started. My portfolio has been smashing it. At any rate, my retirement will be able to move forward. So that's wonderful to hear. We're grateful to support. So wow, today is why I cheerfully pay that subscription and can't wait to watch every week. Dr. Mo, he is the man. I had to go back to the beginning of the month to make sure I was not imagining the change, rolling on the floor laughing. I see him tapping on our shoulders. Time to put on the helmet, execute dispassionately, and take cover. Fingers crossed we don't get that jump condition in the repo market. I think we could all do with less drama. Take care, God bless, and many thanks to you and your team for all that you do. So thank you guys. Appreciate every investor. We have thousands of investors around the world participating in KISS and Dr. Mo on this beautiful, wonderful, glorious Team 42 community. One of the coolest things I've ever been a part of is this community right here and all the thoughtfulness that's being exchanged here in terms of trying to figure out the right answer so we can all collectively stay on the right side of market risk long enough to retire on time and comfortably. So really appreciate that. Appreciate the kind feedback, and everyone have a wonderful day. We'll catch you back here on Wednesday. I'm going to be offline traveling tomorrow. So have a great day. Cheers.